Hi everyone. So today my session will be on XenMobile branding. So I will try to explain you how to brand XenMobile. I mean the icon and the name of the apps, as I was asked by customer on how to do that. So who I am, as you can probably hear, I'm French, and I work with Citrix products since WinFrame, so a few years. I'm currently CEO and founder of an IT consulting company based in Tampa, which name is MTRC Consulting. I work as a subcontractor for Citrix Consulting, and I was involved in many projects. Most of them are based on XenMobile, ShareFile, and Netscaler. You can follow me on Twitter, or I got the blog, and last but not least, I'm the father of 4 daughters. So, quickly the agenda will be like that. So why customize secure apps, how to do this, go deeper, I will explain you after, scripting, the pro and cons, and any question, if you have some questions. So why customize secure apps? As I told you at the beginning, my first experience was for my own purpose, just because I like trying to find how things are possible. And since I've been involved since 2015 with Citrix Consulting on different projects, and I was asked by customer on how to do this because they don't really like the purple theme of the apps. Because, for example, I work for a company in US and it's red and blue, so they don't like the purple. So, what type of file do you find? So, on the Citrix website, you can find 2 types of files. So the index files that Citrix provide, and will provide only this. Citrix will only provide this type of file at the end of this year. And you got enterprise file, which are the source files that you can wrap yourself. So my first attempt was on the index file provided by Citrix. So what is this file? The index file is a compressed file. So you just need to rename it as a zip file and then compress, and you can see inside there is other things. So you got 3 icons, which are the icons. These icons are used for the XenMobile web portal, and also when you open your store in Secure. You got the manifest file, which contains the name of the file. You got the policy. So here in this file, it's all the policy you can configure on XenMobile, and after it's just language settings for many different languages. So on my first test, I modified the icons, modified the metadata XML file, I recreate the index file, so just compress the file and rename it. I upload it on my XML server, and I try to install on the device to see what it looks like. So by default, the icons are purple, as I told you, and you will probably need or want to brand it. So this is the default icon, as I told you. I use this one to have this type of thing in my index file. Very nice. So, and also for the names, as I told you, the name of the file is in the XML manifest.xml file. So you will see something like that with the name, and you can change it. So after uploading the file in my store, so I see my icon and the name I provided it. So this is the first test. So when you open, you see the apps. You can install it. And
in that manifest file, you can also add the description too. Can you make a custom description?
Yeah, just a question. I will redo the demo after. Do you think that when I will install the apps, I will see the apps on my device as I expect?
No, because I bet it comes with the default icon and then splashes over.
Why?
Because it's special. I expect this to
No.
be something fun.
I will rerun the video and I will explain you why after. The video want to run.
No one reads that mail anyway. When I send email, anyone reads the emails?
Yeah, and in fact you're right. This is the default icon. So why it's the default icon? It's because in the index it's like a container which is provided by Citrix, but it's 250 kilobyte. So the fact is when you install the apps, the source file is downloaded from the store. This is why we got the name and the icon as it looks in the store. So my next test was to work on the APA source file instead of the index. So the fact is that the IPR file, it's the same as the index. It's a zip. It's a compressed file, so you just need to rename it and unzip to see what is inside the Citrix. There is much more things inside. So you got different icon size, so all the size of the icon, the purpose of that is the icon in the store, on the web console, in the store, on your device, but also when you will install the apps, and when you double click on your home button, you can see that your apps appear like a task manager, and the icon here it's also different. So this is why you got all the size of icon. So what is interesting here, it's that you got the playlist file. So in this file you will find the name of the apps. You got also the splash screen and the wordmark. So if some of you have already used those apps, when you open the apps, you got those files, and there is secure web or secure mail. So it's a merge of those two files. So what I did on my next attempt is to recreate manually all the icon, create a new splash screen, new wordmark, modify the playlist file. So what you need to know is that the playlist file, in the past it was an encrypted file. It was not encrypted. Right now it's encrypted. So it means that you cannot open it with a Notepad++, for example. So you need a playlist editor. Or you need to open it on a Mac, but not on a PC. You need a specific program to open it. So I made all those attempts. I recreate the APA, and I wrapped the file with the online site provided by Citrix since end of last year. And I make my second demo here. So do you think this time it will work?
No, it's gonna be 3 times, right?
No?
Oh.
Just like you have to reboot 3 times, you know.
Just turn it off and on back on.
My one is a different problem though.
Why? Maybe. So I create 2 apps, secure web and secure mail.
It just doesn't like the icon.
Do not like.
It doesn't like the icon.
And this time it works.
Oh, it does.
When you open the apps, you can have the screen you want.
Oh, wow.
So the result was the one I expected. The fact is that it's time consuming to do all the stuff manually. So I tried to find a way to automate this. So for that, I created a tool based on PowerShell command. create all the icon with all the size, the name, the splash screen, the watermark, sorry, and the ability to modify the name of the application. So it's the demo of the tool. So it's a PowerShell tool, but it's branded in an exe file. It's a simple exe file.
Nice.
Did you put it up on? Did you put the PowerShell on GitHub?
Not yet. I need to talk with Esther to do that. I will do.
Is that WPF or WinForms?
Oh yeah, you got Jim in the room.
Jim's gonna help you with that.
Your destination folder.
That's WinForms.
And it takes around 20 seconds.
Oh, very good.
So the WinForms is probably
And after, you just need to wrap the file. So for now, I just work on Secure Web and Secure Mail for iOS. I have a look on the other apps. The fact is that it's much more complicated to do it. I tried with ShareFile, but the structure of the APA files are not the same, and also with the APK files. Because here, when you uncompress an APA file or Citrix for iOS, sorry, you just see the icons, the splash screen, the name of the apps, but all the buttons inside the apps still in purple because it's in one file. On Android, you see all the file, all the image files are visible, but it's more than 200 files to modify. So it's not simple. So what are the pros and the cons of this? So the pro is that you can have an icon, a name, which brand your company set. It can help for the company or end user adoption to have this. And new updates are not pushed automatically. It can be helpful. For example, as I told you, I'm involved with Citrix Consulting, so I receive a lot of emails. And one of the guy from the support asked how to roll back to an older version of Secure Mail or Secure Apps. And in fact, it's not possible because all the files are with the latest version on the public store. The cons, so the last thing, the same thing I mean, it could be complicated as it will not be automatically uploaded. So every time a new app is pushed by Citrix on the store, you need to wrap it. So to rerun the script and rewrap the APA file. And in fact, it's not supported by Citrix. So if you do that and you have some issue, Citrix will probably not help you to resolve the issue.
So what's the stance of Citrix to that? Do they accept any way of customization of this?
I mean, I speak about that with some guys at Citrix, and they found the tools really great.
Right.
So I hope, I don't know, but I think Citrix could think about that. I mean, provide, even if it's a website or whatever, a tool for the customer to just brand the icon.
Do you see a lot of customers branding it or willing to have a different icon?
I think so, because I mean, you can brand a lot of things with Citrix, the Netscaler web portal or whatever, and there is a huge demand on that.
All right. No, I was just thinking about in particular the icons.
Well, it will make it very visible that you have an enterprise app on your personal device.
Right.
You are supporting Bring Your Own. So I do like the idea of being able to customize it.
Well, yes, storefront customization is accepted practice, right? So
Yeah,
that's the feature of
from the Netscaler. I mean,
No, but that's kind of a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, but not much. Because we're talking about consistency across receiver, no matter what receiver is, whether it's a web page or it's a mobile device. This thing applies to mobility, the logical extent.
Sure. And I mean, I don't know. There is one person from Citrix there. We can ask Citrix
You're just talking to one.
also, but I think it should be interesting for Citrix to provide this, or
Yeah, it's very-
at least to support
Yeah.
this type of modification, because even there is a lot of difference between Citrix, XenMobile, and other products like AirWatch. The fact is, the advantage of Citrix is that all the secure apps provided are, how can I say that? It's secure. The secure apps can talk to each other in a secure manner. AirWatch only propose public apps to push on the device. They do not have their own apps. So I think, in my own opinion, that it would be great to propose a tool like this. So this is the first part, to brand the apps. Also, you got the web portal for XenMobile. It can also be branded. It's not the focus of this session, but probably the next I will show how to brand the portal, the web portal. But even if the web portal is just for administrators, it's not for end users, so it's not really important for administrators to see it in green without the icon of the company. So next step, I will try to provide the tools for the other secure apps. So as I told you, for now, my focus is on iOS because I have only 3 iOS devices. I have no Android, and it's more easier. And I will try also to find a way to change the color inside the apps. So I imagine, for example, tools like you just select the color you want, and all the image file will be replaced with the color you selected. I don't know if you have any other question.
How can we help?
When are you gonna make the script available?
Give me 5 minutes.
All right. Okay.